relax and have a good time. So all the young people out there who seem to believe that they can't find anything to do, there is something for you to do. Look carefully and you'll find it. I wish the Bahamas the very best for the coming celebrations and for the next 50 years.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, GBPC explains Friday's power outages on the island. And GBUC addresses residents' complaints about low water pressure. Plus, residents turn out for disaster preparedness training. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Simone Davis. Thank you so much for watching. Topping news tonight, the Grand Bahama Power Company is in the hot seat once again after customers on the island experienced power outages that lasted for hours last week Friday. Tonight, an official at the company explains exactly what caused those outages and how they are working to prevent it from happening again. Here's that report. Last week, the Grand Bahama Power Company was forced to resort to load shedding after a mechanical failure at a power plant. This resulted in residents across the island experiencing power outages that lasted for hours at a time. Communications Director at GBPC, Cleo Russell, explains.
We experienced some challenges at our energy plant where we had a major mechanical failure on one of our systems. That major mechanical failure made it very difficult for us to safely be able to generate at our WSP plant. We would have made an assessment and realized that it was in our best interest to keep those engines off and attempt to bring them up one by one. We made multiple attempts and there were some challenges. We possibly could have brought them up sooner, but there would have been some serious safety issues had we done so.
Russell says they've conducted analysis to identify the issue that caused the plant to shut down and remediate the issue to ensure that customers were minimally impacted going forth.
Our base plant, which is our Peel Street plant, 2 of the 3 engines there were available, so we did not have an island-wide outage. We, however, did have to engage in what we would consider rolling outages, where we attempted to minimize the impact, but to share the load in the inconvenience. Some customers were out for, I think, up to 3 or 4 hours, and that's really because of the areas where they were located. Some areas carry a larger load, and so it's much more difficult when you have load constraints to be able to bring that area up and keep them energized.
When asked the company's plans to avoid further issues, Russell says,
we're doing everything we can. We have an aggressive maintenance program that we've enlisted and that we continue to follow to ensure that we maintain our engines proactively, to ensure that they're available. Of course, there's been some challenges and delays as it relates to the supply chain for a lot of the parts that we need when we do have an unforeseen issue. But we want our customers to know, to the best of our ability, we've ensured that our energy plant is ready to carry the load. We also realize that we need to ensure that we communicate to our customers proactively.
She also assured that the company is also prepared for the electricity demand during the peak summer months. Well, calls coming into our newsroom from residents in the local community expressing their frustration as low water pressure continues to plague their daily routines. Our Aja Quant has the response from the Grand Bahama Utility Company tonight. She joins us live in studio. Aja, what exactly is the utility company saying about this low pressure?
Well, Simone, they are basically saying the same thing from the recent announcement made on April 12th. Chief Operating Officer Philcia Grant Adderley at the Grand Bahama Utility Company announced that they filed an application to the Regulatory Committee of the Grand Bahama Port Authority for a rate adjustment to be effective May 1st, 2023. In that release, they provided a rate change, frequently asked questions chart, where number 8 specifically addresses the lower pressure being experienced by residents. The chart explains that their water demand is approximately 7 million gallons per day, and prior to Hurricane Dorian, they had an abundance of pristine, good quality groundwater. Well, Simone, the impact by that 2019 storm was not only catastrophic to life and property, but also their biggest well field, which sustained over 20 feet of seawater, to which they had to invest millions of dollars. But why are residents now experiencing lower pressure? Well, the chart states that due to that severe impact, they have less fresh water to supply prior to 2019. To provide and maintain potable water for the island, the utility company says they must engage in mitigative conservation methods, which includes running historically lower pressure. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The chart notes that if they were to run the pressure to the pre-Hurricane Dorian levels, they will deplete the freshwater lands for them and future generations, forcing the island to either barge in water or take the expensive route by going to 100% RO water. So, Simone, since going through all of this, that is actually why the COO has applied for that increase to invest more and improve the water pressure here on the island. Live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Azure Quant. Back to you, Simone.
All right, thanks, Azure. The City of Freeport Council hosting a disaster preparedness workshop, and the residents of Grand Bahama were fully on board, just as the country gets ready for the upcoming Atlantic hurricane season. Shane Stubbs has that story.
Young, old, it doesn't matter. Residents of Freeport are taking disaster preparedness seriously. Over 100 persons taking full advantage of the City of Freeport Council's 2-day disaster preparedness training session. Family Island Administrator Kenwood Cartwright stressing the importance of having these skills for any situation.
It doesn't always have to be a hurricane, but we want them to be prepared to be lifesavers, to be able to save the persons around you, your family, your friends, even a stranger. We want them to be confident that they have the ability and the tools they need to save someone's life.
And in his role as co-chairman of the Disaster Consultative Committee, Councillor for Pine Ridge Clifton Claire Francis says it's about equipping as many Grand Bahamians as possible.
Whereas we are now in the city, I know once we get to the table, we all will move. We'll move to the east, we'll move to the west, because all of us are councillors together to help. This is one island. All of us are Bahamians, and we're here to help one another.
Led by the Scientology volunteer ministers who assisted with relief following Hurricane Dorian, disaster response specialist Lena Velez was moved by the residents' enthusiasm to learn.
We were so excited. We talked to the Freeport City Council and we're like, okay, let's do this to prepare people, because when we were here during the hurricane, we saw the pain and the damage, and we want to give people that little bit, that push so they can help each other.
With the Atlantic hurricane season approaching, Chief Counsellor Fraser Gibson says this continued partnership is very worthwhile.
They've done training seminars in the Pinnis Point Township area with the chairman, Nakia Hunt, and the residents down there. Coming in from Turkey, they decided that they will put it on now. I think it's more than necessary because we are approaching a hurricane season.
And the residents say they do feel better equipped.
Knowing all of this right now helps me in a lot of ways that I can help. I'm able to help other people.
I feel like this information is very relevant to me, not only as a member of my sorority, Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, but also as an educator and somebody who's involved in things like GGYA.
We know what Dorian would have done to us the last time. With this initiative, we can be better prepared to handle something of that nature when it comes to us.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks, Shane. Police arresting 7 illegal immigrants on Grand Bahama on Saturday. According to reports, shortly before 12 a.m., officers attached to the Rapid Response Unit and Drug Enforcement Unit, acting on information, proceeded to the area of Grand Bahama Highway, where they observed a white Dodge Caravan traveling in the west direction at a high rate of speed. As a result, the vehicle was intercepted and brought to a stop, after which the driver exited the vehicle and fled into nearby bushes. Upon checking the vehicle, officers discovered an adult female and male from Haiti, along with 3 adult males and 2 adult females from Brazil. They were all handed over to the Bahamas Department of Immigration. Investigations continue. Also from police, officers on Grand Bahama arresting a 51-year-old male of Marley Drive, a 37-year-old male, and a 17-year-old male in 2 separate incidents for possession of dangerous drugs. In the first incidents, according to reports, shortly before 11 p.m. on Friday, officers attached to the Northeastern Division, while in the area of a business establishment situated on East Sunrise Highway, observed a male acting suspiciously. As a result, a search was conducted where a significant quantity of suspected marijuana was discovered. In the second incident, shortly after 9 a.m. on Saturday, officers attached to the Mobile Division conducted mobile patrols in the area of East Sunrise Highway and intercepted a gray Nissan Maxima vehicle and 2 male occupants ages 37 and 17. A search was conducted and a quantity of suspected marijuana was discovered. The males were arrested and taken into police custody. Investigations into both matters continue. Well, he is a young preacher and now an author. His story up next when the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, returns.
Pizza Hut Freeport has the perfect deal for you. Order a large one-topping pizza, 5 cheesy breadsticks, and a 2-liter drink for just $24.70 with that. Choose your favorite topping and enjoy our fan-favorite cheesy breadsticks with an ice-cold 2-liter drink. Available at Pizza Hut for delivery, carry-out, and curbside. Order today. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport.
Gents, Mother's Day is coming up, and I'm thinking about upgrading my kids' mother's kitchen.
Man, I thought your children's mother was married to another man. You have to know when to let go. This is powerful. You know what? I'm going to upgrade my wife's kitchen for Mother's Day. I am sure she would love that.
I think so too. Check out Grand Bahamas. They're having a pre-Mother's Day sale, 35% off store-wide starting April 16th through May 16th. The Sandy Port Plaza, Freeport, Albuquerque, and Ilu.
Visit Island Care Pharmacy on Explorers Way, next to Tico's Clothing Store. They offer the best in pharmaceutical healthcare and medical supplies. Take advantage of their medical discount plan today. Island Care Pharmacy, phone 602-0932.
Grand Bahama downtown parking lot comes alive. Come and enjoy your favorite street food at one location. Saturday, April 29th from 5 p.m. until 11 p.m. Amazing performances from top finishers of GB National Arts Festival, all at Food Truck Saturday.
Did you know that as a small island, Grand Bahama is extremely vulnerable to the effects of global warming? It's never too late to start practicing water conservation and to minimize your contribution to climate change by reducing your carbon footprint. Earth is our home, and there's only one, so let's take good care of it.
Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath, number 16 Oak Street, phone 688-9661.
Here's a public service announcement for anybody who will say Porky. If you will say Porky, this message is for you. It's all about the Road to 50 celebrations in West and Grand Bahama Bay from May 26th to May 28th. So May 26th is all about the welcoming party right there at the YMCA grounds in Hunters. Come on out, but we get Big Flex and we get Sweet Mouth on the DJs that holding it down. But I can tell you right now, leave your kids home. This ain't no kids party. This is a grown folks party. Now the next day, that's Saturday, bring the kids out. It's the People's Rush with the best Junkanoo group in the nation right now. We gotta say it. Who are we? One family. Even though I's the Valley, I gotta say one family. So one family is coming to Freeport, and on the Sunday it's all about the best of the best. Gino D, KB, D-Ma, Papa Smythe, Wilfred Solomon. So much more, so much more. And I can say it again, no kids to this event neither. If your mom is acting like a little boy, leave him home. Leave him home. I can't come here.
I was invited to an all-girls seminar
By the end of the seminar, there were so many girls that came forward to talk about instances where they would have been abused, either sexually or physically.
The month of April is National Child Protection Month, and the ZNS Health Zone puts a spotlight on social workers.
How is it that there are so many children being neglected and placed into the home?
Family members are not stepping up to the plate.
You would tend to think that the children that are in the home have no family other than the parents who were the reasons why they're there. But that is not the case.
Wednesday, April 26th at 8 p.m. Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. It is a story of faith and determination. A young Bahamian has published his first Christian book called A Charge to Keep. This 23-year-old author sat down with our Aja Quant to share his journey.
23-year-old Raphael Roker grew up on Grand Bahama and is now living out his calling as a holiness preacher and author, debuting his first book, A Charge to Keep, a message of holiness for today's generation. Roker, who began his university journey at the University of the Bahamas, continued pursuing church leadership at Oral Roberts University. The young author has always had a passion for writing and sharing his faith with others, but it wasn't until his now publicist inspired him to write a book and share his knowledge with the world.
She messaged me and she was like, "You have something on the inside of you that you can give to the world. Why are you holding that back? You know, you need to go and write and get your work out there so that, you know, lives can be changed and transformed."
The book is a collection of sermons Roker delivered at his home church, Jubilee Cathedral, and reflections on biblical truths and embracing sound doctrine while echoing the message of authors he has read from.
I'm urging the readers to live in righteousness, holiness, and truth while being an example in a dark, morally declining world.
And Raphael credits his success to the encouragement of his pastors and family members.
I so appreciate their guidance, their correction, their constant support and encouragement to be the person that I am today, to write a book like this, which my bishop, he actually wrote the foreword to this, which was just such an honor to have him do this for me.
The Charge to Keep author says he has always had a burning desire to publish a book, and although he was bullied for standing on what he believes, he expresses that he's willing to stand in the gap and encourages other young persons to do the same.
You just have to have that determination that you're going to follow God, regardless of what people may say, regardless of how people may operate, regardless of their attitudes towards you. You have to have that mind to follow in God's footsteps.
Raphael's story is a testament to the power of faith and community and serves as an inspiration to anyone who has a dream they want to pursue. For anyone wanting to purchase A Charge to Keep, you can visit www.rokerglobal.org. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Aja Quant.
Thanks, Aja, and congratulations, Raphael. Great job. Well, the Falcons Boys Club will be celebrating 27 years of mentorship on Friday, April 28th, on board the Margarita at Sea at the Freeport Harbor. The conference is scheduled to take place from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Friday.
Our theme for this year's Boys Conference is Dream Big. Dream Big. That's the aspirations that we have for all of the young men who are going to represent the various schools, along with their chaperones and principals of those schools at next week Friday's Boys Conference. The Falcons Boys Club believe that more young men are doing positive things in our society.
It's very amazing person that Mr. Darrell here and bringing this Falcon Boys group here on board, and we're really very pleased to welcome and looking forward to have this things the way it's supposed to be.
Our guest speaker for the conference will be Mr. Lance Peterson from the United States Embassy, which is located in Nassau. After the conference, we will have lunch, and then at 2:15, everyone would be off the boat.
Also on Saturday, April 29th, the Grand Bahama Power Company will also host a free power demonstration seminar for young men from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at the Champs Community Center.
We teach them about the problem with drugs, sex, alcohol, but we don't tell them what's trapped most people in the world, and that's handling money improperly.
Support the development of the Boys Club.
Assistant Commissioner of Police Bernard K. Barnaby Jr., Officer in charge of Grand Bahama and the Northern Bahamas, along with Assistant Superintendent Nicola Sayers, Community Policing Officer, Grand Bahama, and our team of officers look forward to partnering with the Falcon Boys Club.
Well, now it's time for your Health is Wealth report.
Did you know vitamins are essential nutrients needed in the body to help with function? Vitamins can be absorbed by taking supplements or with a daily intake of fruits and vegetables. Your daily intake of vitamins can improve your vision, keep bones strong, boost cardiovascular health, support immune system, and assist in proper brain function. Depriving your body of vitamins can cause nutritional deficiency, leading to cancer, diabetes, heart disease, anemia, and even depression. Some signs of nutritional deficiency are slow wound healing, irregular heartbeat, hair loss, vision deterioration, and fatigue. It is important to include vitamins in your daily routine to prevent disease. If you wish to know which vitamins should be included in your daily diet or supplements, talk to your physician about it during your next annual physical. I'm Dr. Danielle Robinson. Remember, your health is your wealth.
Your check on sports is next with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe and welcome to Sports in the North. It was another busy weekend in sports. Scores from the Grand Bahama Flag Football League. We also have an update from Little League Baseball at the Marina Baseball Park with 5 games played on schedule, and also an update with high school baseball. Let's take a look. Week 6 action of the Grand Bahama Flag Football League at the Sports Complex in men's play the top 2 teams in action early on in Sky's the Limit Rock Boys and Three Links Boys. Early on, Clemente Martin with the short yard reception to move the chains on offense. The Rock Boys drawing up a run play to advance the chains for another first down. However, the Three Links Boys was the better team on Sunday as they edged out the Rock Boys 14-13 to remain undefeated at 6-0 in men's division. Sticking with the men's division, the Coca knocking off Fidelity Bank Flames 16-6, and the Lady Elites took down Sans Lady Tigers 7-6 as they move up in the rankings as the number 2 seeded team.
This is what we expect when we have flag football. It's always competitive. It's always a good showing. We just encourage persons to come out and see this live and in person.
Switching gears now in Little League Baseball on the weekend in 8U action, MSC Red Sox defeated the Buccaneers 14-11. Also, the Lions edged out FES Predators 11-10. Now in 10U action, Bahama Rock Red Sox knocked out Fortune 360 11-10, and the Lions dominated the Buccaneers 15-7. And finally in 12U play, the Lions got the win 7-6 over the Royals. Lastly, in sports, high school baseball set to return this week, replacing softball for boys. Games will be played at the Marina Baseball Park, the YMCA Baseball Field, and Jack Haywood Field in junior boys and senior boys play. And that is your quick check on sports right here in the North. I'm Jay Philippe. Be blessed.
New year, new look. No, not you, but your home.
Decorative pillows in all colors, textures, and sizes. And if you want to make a statement, pick from over 20 different styles of our 5x8 area rugs. get cozy in our lightweight comforters. And if you want to switch it up, we have duvet covers in a variety of colors. Decorative pillows from $23.99. Area rugs from $149. Comforters, $29.99. Duvets from $34.99. It's all here at Island Bedding.
It's coming to West Grand Bahama. It's the Road to 50 celebration. Saturday, May 27th. Sunset Village, 8 Mile Rock Fish Fry. One family. Sunset Village, 8 Mile Rock Fish Fry. It's coming to West Grand Bahama. Don't miss the Road to 50 celebration. Saturday, May 27th. The West Grand Bahama edition.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Copter termites former Salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Here's a public service announcement for anybody who would say Porky. If you would say Porky, this message is for you. It's all about the Road to 50 celebrations in West and Grand Bahama Bay from May 26th to May 28th. So May 26th is all about the welcoming party right there at the YMCA grounds in Hunters. Come on out, but we get Big Flex and we get Sweet Mouth on the DJ's head holding it down. But I can tell you right now, leave your kids home. This ain't no kids party, this is a grown folks party. Now the next day, that's Saturday, bring the kids out. It's the People's Rush with the best Junkanoo group in the nation right now. We gotta say it. Who are we? One family, even though I the Valley, I gotta say one family. So one family is coming to Freeport, and on the Sunday, it's all about the best of the best. Gino D, KB, D-Ma, Papa Smith, Wilfred Solomon, so much more, so much more. And I can say it again, no kids to this event neither. If your man is act like a little boy, leave him home. Leave him home. Again, come here.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Livingston Butler, you are our Facebook friend of the day, and we say happy birthday to you and do enjoy. And we want to also say happy birthday to our very own Brando Stewart, our Deputy Director of TV. Brando, we know you'll be celebrating for the rest of the month, so just keep us in the loop, okay? Greetings from all of us here at ZNS, and of course from your fiancée, Iva. And that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of the entire ZNS News team, I'm Simone Davis, but be sure to stay tuned as the Bahamas Tonight continues.
To an all-girls seminar. By the end of the seminar, there were so many girls that came forward to talk about instances where they would have been abused, either sexually or physically.
The month of April is National Child Protection Month, and the ZNS Health Zone puts a spotlight on social workers.
How is it that there are so many children being neglected and placed into the home?
Family members are not stepping up to the plate.
You would tend to think that the children that are in the home have no family other than the parents who were the reasons why they're there. But that is not the case.
Wednesday, April 26 at 8 p.m.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, first quarter crime down. Family of slain brothers speaks. Eastern New Providence gets high-end deal. And in sports, Bahamas' top female swimmer faces 2-year suspension. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by BTC. For the fastest speeds across the Bahamas and the lowest price by far, switch to BTC today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mukesh Lapinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. Bloodshed and gun violence continued this past weekend, with the country adding another 3 victims to its rising count, well on the road to reaching 50. Yet there's reassurance tonight from the country's top cop that crime is down, that for the most part, recidivists are the lawbreakers, and that overall he and his team are doing all they can to keep the public safe. Carla Palmer starts us off tonight.
You know, if a fella make up his mind that he's going to kill you, he determined the time, and these fellas do their homework. They do their homework. Some of these matters we can't prevent, but we're going to try.
Statistics this year record an overall decrease in serious crimes by 28%. Murders total 41, compared to 49 the same time last year, a 16% decrease and a 73% solvency rate. According to the commissioner, the perpetrators of these crimes are prolific offenders. For them, he says, crime is a revolving door.
There were 10 suspects. 10 suspects committed murder on bail. 24 suspects had prior police contact. 11 victims killed while on bail. 8 victims killed who was being electronically monitored. And 23 victims had prior police contact. And all of the matters were the use of firearms.
Crime stats further indicate that illegal firearms are used in 90% of crimes, including 128 armed robberies. So far to date, police took 117 guns off the streets, along with 1,754 rounds of ammunition. Commissioner Fernandez says he met with Chief Justice Sir Ian Winder to have swift justice enforced with respect to firearms.
As early as the 3rd week or so in May, there's 2 magistrates will be identified just to deal with firearms matters, and that will be solely matters, and we indicated it will be a 2 weeks turnaround time. If you're found in possession of a firearm today, trial will be ready for court, and the trial will commence in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks' time. So stand by for that. And those same individuals who are found in possession of those weapons, they are the same individuals, same revolving door who are involved in the murders that we are charged with. So I think that will be a good deterrent.
Despite crimes being down overall, rape showed an increase of 10% over last year, with 22 cases reported. 2 victims were tourists. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Carla Palmer.
Well, National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, no less concerned about the country's recent spike in murders. In fact, he reasons the focus must be on what is driving the homicides and what can be done to stop it.
But as a people,
We have to consider why people are doing what they're doing to take steps to stop them. As I keep saying, if you have persons who have set in their minds that they will walk about with high-powered weapons, with handguns, shoot people multiple times about the body in relation to some dispute about territory or drugs, that's a gang-involved circumstance. We have to address our young people to stop them joining gangs. It is like a fire. If you have a fire going on, if you want to stop it, you have to cut off fuel to the fire.
What can be done to stop it? His comments coming today on the sidelines of the pre-retirees transitional workshop from members of the armed forces. Now, Monroe repeated that people must learn how to handle disputes without using a gun.
Dr. David Allen in the symposium in Trinidad pointed out that one of his patients said to him, the gun appears to be the new drug. The gun appears to be the new drug that hypes people up to do things that they would not do if they didn't have it. And so we're addressing and interdicting the flow of guns in. We're putting pressure on our neighbor to the north.
Well, meantime, the recent spate of murders reigniting serious concerns about the granting of bail. In related news, Chief Justice Sir Ian Winder says the bail management system is in its final stages of implementation and will soon go live. It's all part of ongoing efforts to modernize and reform the justice system in the country.
You recall that this system will permit inmates to launch bail applications from prison and lawyers to make applications electronically. It will also allow accused persons to fulfill reporting conditions more accurately using biometrics.
Well, in other crime news, there is a commitment from the police that they're actively dealing with the matter involving a member of parliament and allegations of rape and assault. Putting aside all the talk in the public domain, Police Commissioner Clayton Fernandez says they'll leave no stone unturned.
We don't investigate in the media. We are doing our due diligence in terms of doing our follow-ups and seeing this one who we need to see to ensure that we dot the I's and cross the T. And before this week is out, that individual will be in for questioning.
Meantime, a female cabinet minister is defending herself and her female colleagues amid troubling allegations marring the halls of Parliament. In doing so, she's adamant that on the issue of gender-based violence, men, women, girls and boys should be assured they all have refuge. Cleopatra Murphy tells us more.
I don't want to go ahead and make undue assumptions and blame. Minister of Housing and Transport, the Honourable Jobeth Colby-Davis, says as a female, she wants to ensure victims feel protected. Colby-Davis, who was weighing in on allegations of rape and abuse against one of her House of Assembly colleagues, also responded to public criticism that female parliamentarians have been silent on gender-based violence. We have to be careful not to speak just for speaking's sake. Where there are allegations, there are police investigations, and the investigation should be carried out first so that everyone can speak to the true facts and the true nature of the situation. And I think that is what's important as not only female MPs, but leaders.
The alleged incident, coupled with recent slayings of women, have led activists to apply renewed pressure on government to bring legislation to protect women, with the Minister of Social Services and Urban Development, the Honourable Obi Wilshcombe, affirming that the domestic violence bill that is 98% completed should be tabled in the House of Assembly within weeks. As a wife and mother, Colby-Davis says it is important to her that victims feel they have legal recourse.
I used to volunteer with the Crisis Center, volunteered with them because I had a family member that was in a situation years ago. And so I wanted to be a voice and be a part of bringing that change. And so definitely I do lend my voice where I can, because you don't want to see persons suffer in silence, to let them know that they have an avenue and to open that door for them to feel they can reach out and speak out and get help. And many times people stay quiet because they don't feel that they will get the help that they deserve.
Acknowledging the difficulties victims encounter when deciding to tell their stories, Colby-Davis offers this advice.
It's so hard, especially if you haven't experienced it, to be able to actually say the right thing to convince them. But if I was to say one thing, there are associations, there are avenues that you can go to if you don't feel that you can come out publicly and get the sort of treatment or the response that you would expect. There are those associations like the Crisis Center. There are also gender violence desk at social services who you can reach out to, you can go to as a first step, and then maybe get the help that you need.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, returning to those weekend murders, the body count, including that of two brothers fatally shot in a car in the parking lot of Solomon Supercenter around 2:30 Saturday morning. Both young fathers, the older brother, a national team boxer. Commissioner Fernando telling the media this morning that he's since met with the victim's mother and other family members and are following significant leads into the matter.
We have 4 individuals in custody and for this matter, and a person of interest that we are looking for, Omar Thompson Jr. The last address is Gibbs Corner. We are looking for at least a person of interest as well at this time that we are looking for. And I will distribute a copy of this to you so that it could be disseminated to members of the public to assist us in finding this individual. We need to speak with him, please.
Now, those two murdered brothers, identified as 28-year-old Tyrone Oliver Jr. and 23-year-old Shakur Oliver, a tragedy that no doubt has rocked their family to the core, a family that is tonight demanding justice. Lloyd Allen has that angle.
It remains a blur for the family of Shakur and Tyrone Oliver, the brothers killed on Saturday morning near the western entrance of the Solomon Supercenter. Their mother, Eunice, says while it still feels unreal, she is calling for justice for her sons.
To be cut down at 22, 23, and 28, I feel like I was robbed. And not 1, 2 sons, they do me dirty. I want justice.
Eunice says never before did she think the day would come that she would have to bury 2 sons, both dying at the hands of a blazing gun. She describes the moment she heard the news.
I was asleep, and when the lady came to tell me about my son's death, she waked me and told me about my son's death.
Every day, she says she has been struggling to accept the reality of their deaths.
It's a nightmare. It's the worst feelings any mother could ever have. It's like a dream. It's unbelievable.
Struggling to compose herself, Eunice reflects on the life of Tyrone, the eldest of the two, whose goal was to compete in the 2024 Olympics as a boxer.
My son was almost killed before by a stab wound, and to then come back and to get killed by a gun. It really ain't easy. Boxing was his world, his world. He had a bright future. He represented the Bahamas. He was ambassador for the Bahamas. He eat, drink, sleep, walk, boxing. That was his world. That's all he cared about.
She says Shakur was a little different, having a passion for music.
The world was music. He cut records. And he had some positive things in some of his records, especially one where he had my name in it, and he was talking about Mama and the things Mama taught him and teach him. It made me feel good to hear him in that song.
Eunice also painfully recalling the last conversation with her sons, ending with 3 simple words, "Y'all be safe." She also shared this message for their killers.
I need justice. Anybody who knows anything in reference to my 2 sons' killing, please come forth so the family could have closure.
Now, at this time, much remains unclear regarding this latest double homicide, but according to Eunice, at least 1 person remains now in custody regarding this latest incident. Reporting from the Solomon Supercenter for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Well, thanks, Lloyd. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Hear that? If you live
listen closely, you can hear the heartbeat of a nation. That unique sound of a great country, pounding with colorful history, a rich culture, and unwavering ambition. When you look around, you recognize its pulse. The people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians.
Are you overpaying for low speeds with your internet provider? Stop wasting your money. Switch to BTC for the fastest internet to the most homes in the Bahamas. Get up to 300 megs fiber fast speeds, up to 3 times faster than what you get now. Plus, get 164 TV channels, all for just $42.50 a month for 12 months. That means you'll save $860 for the year. For the fastest speeds across the Bahamas and the lowest price by far, BTC is for you. Switch to the largest fiber network in the Bahamas.
Just when Leo was about to buy this useless pair of Hands underwear, he remembered that it was Tuesday. Hungry for deals? You better come satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. Crazy Tuesdays! 5 juicy, mouth-watering pieces of world-famous KFC chicken, handmade with a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices for only $10. Crazy Tuesdays! A finger-licking good deal.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Attention, island friends. This is a parrot service announcement. A manta ray mayday. A turtle alert. Bottlenose news flash. They're in trouble and you can help. Our mission at the Blue Project Foundation is to protect thousands of endangered animals and their homes. One of the ways is by caring for coral reefs, a vital part of our entire ecosystem. Find out how you can help save these majestic animals. Learn more at blueprojectatlantis.org.
RBC will soon be celebrating 115 years in the Caribbean,
inspiring us to continue to look forward for better ways to support you.
So we're making changes to serve you the best we can.
And continue to listen to your needs. We want to be clear
that we will continue to strive for better.
To look forward to you being our customers, community, partners, and employees.
Working together as our parents and even our grandparents did.
A chain of islands with a common horizon.
RBC, committed and invested in the region now and into the future.
This segment of the news is brought to you by RBC. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/gear-up for an RBC auto loan.
More jobs on the way as a deal is sealed for a high-end New Providence project. Our Cleopatra Murphy has the details.
A $110 million resort and marina development is headed to eastern New Providence after government and Legendary Incorporated signed a heads of agreement at the office of the Prime Minister Monday. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis says the mixed-use oceanfront community encompasses 20 acres of land, includes a 120-slip marina, dry storage facility, marina village, clubhouse, restaurants, a retail and residential component, inclusive of 20 condominiums, 22 oceanfront villas, and a 130-room hotel, all a welcome addition to New Providence's commercial infrastructure.
With up to 200 projected jobs for Bahamians, an estimated $158 million in added government revenue for the next 25 years, this development promises to help fuel the economic revolution of my administration has been working so diligently to facilitate.
Work is set to begin on the Legendary Marina Resort at Blue Water Key this summer. Founder of Legendary Marina, Peter Boss, says he is eager to expose more people to the Bahamas through the project that will be completed in 4 phases.
So this project is more than just another development. We've done a lot of developments.
thousands and thousands of residential units, multiple golf courses, et cetera, et cetera. But this is special. This is change. This is a project that is dear to my heart.
Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper, says the development is another show of confidence in the Bahamas, deepening the country's offering when it comes to boating and yachting.
What will be an even more celebrated occasion is to see shovels in the ground and the work proceeding. So we have a facilitations unit as a part of Bahamas Investment Authority that our director of investment leads, and we will work along with the developer to ensure that from here there is smooth sailing, if you will, to borrow that line, given that this is an important marina.
Member of Parliament for Elizabeth, the Honorable JoBeth Colby Davis, also shared her excitement for the project headed to her constituency.
I know many of in the area of Yamacraw and Hannah Road are excited about the new energy that the project will be bringing, and we're excited to see the transition and the jobs that are coming.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Well, debate opening in the House of Assembly this morning on a proposed amendment to the Central Bank Bill. Leading things off, Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honourable Philip Davis, who used the opportunity to dismiss what he called the opposition's mistaken assumptions regarding the government's access to $232 million of the International Monetary Fund special drawing rights allocation and the proposed amendment as well. Davis making it clear up front that the SDR allocation is not alone.
The IMF has explicitly outlined that the SDRs are an interest-bearing reserve asset allocated to participants to provide unconditional liquidity during challenging times. This allocation was given to countries, including ours. We're not the only country to which this allocation was made, to alleviate funding concerns caused by the devastating COVID-19 pandemic. As responsible leaders, we are committed to utilizing these funds for their legitimate and intended purpose, as prescribed by the IMF.
Now, despite putting the worst of the pandemic in the rear view, the Prime Minister reiterated that the economic harm following shutdowns and tourism revenue loss continues to reverberate.
In August of 2021, in recognition that the pandemic was an enormous shock to the global economy, the IMF allocated $650 billion worth of special drawing rights. This was the largest, and I repeat, the largest, and I repeat this word, debt-free. The largest debt-free form of support for low and middle-income countries.
In other news, members of the armed forces who will soon retire attending a transitional workshop Monday focused on preparing them for the next season of their lives. For instance, the numerous entrepreneurial opportunities that exist in the local industrial and agricultural sectors.
I truly believe being a retired person, you could participate in that. One of the areas is, BAIC is really into agriculture and industries. Some of you may be interested in industry, starting an industry. We have a lot of lands on the Family Islands. We'll be getting more lands, Cat Island, Long Island, Eleuthera, Grand Bahama. We'll be getting land in those particular areas. And if some of you may want to go home or just want to leave Nassau and go start an Airbnb or want to start some kind of company in one of those Family Islands, BAIC is the place for you. You might want to get into the agriculture sector. Well, you know about the golden yoke. And I believe without a shadow of a doubt, and I'm going to encourage this, and I'm going to push this.
Addressing the group, National Security Minister, the Honourable Wayne Munro, who told participants to stay focused on their plans once they retire.
When you start on this journey, whatever it is you set as your goal, it should really be the reason you are doing what you're doing. And so long as you accomplish your goal, if your goal is simply to generate income, to make a payment that you have, If you have some grandchild or last child that you need to get through university or whatever, if that is your goal, it needn't be as grandiose as anybody else's goal. But so long as you accomplish your goal, you should not be concerned.
Well, now time for the weekly poll question, and this week we're asking, crime stats are down. Do you feel safe? Yes or no? To participate, simply log on to our website, www.znesbahamas.com, as well as any of our social media platforms to answer. The poll's final results will be aired on Friday. And as always, thanks for participating. The National Report returns in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by the 50th Independence Secretariat Golden Jubilee Song Competition, open to all Bahamian creatives. Entries must be submitted by Friday, May 5th, 2023. For details, go to www.celebrate-bahamas.com.
My Gateway is the centralized, safe, secure way to access and pay for government services online. Go to mygateway.gov.bs. Click Login. Register with a government-issued ID like your NIB card. Fill in your personal information exactly as it appears on your ID, including spaces, periods, and dashes. You'll only have to sign up once. Now you're ready to request services on My Gateway. Receive an email confirmation for every request and email alerts when your documents are ready. You must have a valid, government-issued ID in order to collect documents. New services will be added every month. My Gateway is fast, easy, and convenient. For more information, visit mygateway.gov.bs.
Centuries, Bahamians have been known as masters of the sea, from the Lucayans and Arawaks, swashbuckling pirates, quaint workboats to meticulously crafted sloop race boats. Bahamians have evolved the sport of sailing as it plays an integral part of our culture. For more than 70 years, Bahamians have displayed passion and grit for the sport, and it is one that has bridged the gap between young and older Bahamians. We are proud to anchor sailing as the national sport of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
This moment in time, very, very exciting for me, and to know that we can have this time to look back and right now in the present see his lovely wife and children who has weathered the storms with him in getting this country where we are right now. We thank God for the legacy.
He is such an inspirational individual. He is what many may say that is a perfect representation of a true leader.
And the legacy for me that Sir Lyndon Pilgrim left was all about freedom.
For my generation, Sir Lyndon Pilgrim was everything, because without him, I wouldn't be standing here doing what I have been doing for the past 30 years.
I never look at it the same way as him as just a man.
He has given everything that he had, including his family, and definitely left a legacy behind that can never, ever be forgotten.
I love that we have a chance to just say thank you for his work.
Tourism today, Bahamas tourism today.
God has blessed Exuma in so many ways that I can hardly begin as to where to thank him. We have the most beautiful waters on planet Earth. We have the best fishing in the world. We have the most magnificent sailing. We have the friendliest people. We have the sweetest music and the best straw work. And we have hands down the best regatta on planet Earth. For years, we waited for National Family Island Regatta to return, and now she's back, bigger and better than ever before. And the wait was worth it. Regatta has been a part of the fabric of Exuma for my entire life and even before. And to see what it has become, to witness so many generations involved in this great sport has been a wonder. So no hurricane, no pandemic, no crisis can stop regattas forever if we keep it alive. And I have often called for sailing to be our national sport, and it gives me immense pride to be a part of a government that shares that same belief and recognizing that sailing is what keeps these islands together as a family for generations. Something that is so deeply embedded in our blood must be held up and supported as a symbol of who we are. And that is happening as we celebrate our 50th year of independence. And this makes it even more exciting, and it makes it more important. So I am delighted, and I am humbled that you have joined us right here in Exuma to make this happen.
Just know you're not alone. 'Cause I'm gonna make this place your home. Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
Spring is here and Easter is right around the corner. Thinking about moving forward with your personal goals that require money? Fidelity Bank can get you approved in no time without the red tape and the runaround. Fidelity offers competitive interest rates and minimal fees. The loan that you need and can afford is just a phone call away.
Shell Unleaded improves your fuel economy, giving increased miles per gallon, allowing you to do more of what you really want. Special additives used in Shell Unleaded improve your engine's efficiency. So go further with Shell Unleaded. Venture out to beaches, Junkanoo, and festivals and bring home memories that will last a lifetime. Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Hi, my name is Amanda Ferguson with Biggity Candle Company. With Sand Dollar, we were very pleased to know that we were offered another way for customers to make payments that were digital. We don't like handling cash, the physical cash anymore. It's safer that way. I can tell you that, I won't go back. I much rather the transactions being on my phone. It's simple, it's instantaneous, and my customers have actually really loved it too.
Do business better with Sand Dollar. Learn more at sanddollar.bs. Searching for insurance for your beloved senior citizen? Star General offers the Silver Medical Plan for which you can apply up to age 85. The network includes the finest hospitals and healthcare centers worldwide. Insurance is provided through an AM Best A-rated insurer with reinsurance support through Lloyd's of London. Other features include no medical tests required, 4 deductibles, and $2 million lifetime benefits. Visit or call Star General Health and Life Insurance today.
A 2-year hiatus for the Red Cross Society's big money maker ends. The fair is back, and as our LaDawn Davis tells us, final preparations are underway for the 2-day event. Good evening, LaDawn.
Well, Makushla, let me tell you, the stalls are up and the grounds are prepped for the thousands of Bahamians expected to attend this year's Red Cross Fair here at the Heritage Site here on Arawak Key. And as you can imagine, the buzz has been created for Bahamians everywhere who are so excited to attend this fair year after year, of course. Now, I'm joined by the president of the Red Cross Fair, Ms. Therese Curry. Ms. Curry, I know you're excited about the Red Cross Fair this coming Saturday and Sunday. Talk us a little bit about some of the new vendors that have been able to come out and show their support to be a part of this fair this year.
Certainly, LaDawn. I am so excited about the fair that will happen on April 29th and 30th right here at the Arawak site. And we have quite a few new vendors who are offering a variety of food, drinks, games. It's happening right here on Arawak site. We have a whole lot of entertainment that will be throughout the day, marching bands, puppet shows, and then in the evening, the concert series. You don't want to miss the concert series with all of our local Bahamian musicians. Oh my goodness, it's going to be just a blast, and you really do not want to miss this fair this year here at Arawak.
Now, I know you also mentioned earlier about the new zoo stall. Tell us about that.
Yes, there will be the petting zoo with all of the animals for the children. We have a kids zone, and in that zone is just everything kid, and they are going to just have a blast just being there. And in the main grounds, it's adults. So kids have their own corner to be themselves, to enjoy, and just have fun. There will be the Shetland pony that they can ride, all of the animals that they can pet or feed, just get to know and appreciate the animals that we have here in country.
I know a number of years ago there were some hiccups in terms of persons purchasing their tickets. Talk to us a little bit about that, and have those issues been rectified?
Absolutely. The issues have been rectified with the digital cash, and so we have Sun Cash and SandDollar as our sponsors, but we will also have fair money here on the site. And so we've met many times. We've done a walkthrough just to make sure that when you come to the gate, there's no hiccups for you. You can even buy your ticket before you get here so you can avoid the lines, because we are anticipating some lines. So just purchase your ticket in advance, go to Sun Cash, purchase your ticket, and bring in the receipt as you come, and you are just ushered in to the fair.
Now, Therese, I know you're going to bring your family down. I'm going to bring my family down. And Makushla, I hope that you and my colleagues there in the newsroom bring their families down, and we have a good old time here at the Red Cross Fair. Back to you in studio.
Well, the Red Cross Fair, they are making quite a comeback. Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
Our free pick, pack, delivery service gives everyone in the Family Islands a chance to shop a variety of club products and prices right from home. Simply call or WhatsApp your order to 242-677-7266 or email order@amlfoods.com. A friendly customer service representative is waiting to pick, pack, and deliver your order to the mailboat of your choice. The options are truly endless, and with membership you save even more. So order today and let CostRite pick, pack, and deliver right to you.
This is the super versatile Ring Stick-Up Cam. It goes indoors, outdoors, outdoors in the rain. It's got two-way talk. Hey, Eddie. Works with Alexa. Comes in tons of power options and works with Ring Alarm to start recording automatically if something's going on. Seriously? Seriously. So start protecting your home with the easy installing indoor-outdoor Stick-Up Cam by Ring.
Sometimes life hints at your next step, sending you signs all around, even in unexpected places, to lead you in the right direction. The signs are clear. It's time to pay less for your current mortgage and switch to Scotiabank. Enjoy lower interest rates and no payments up to 2 months when you switch your mortgage to Scotiabank. Plus, we'll even pay your switch costs. Paying less gives you more when you switch to Scotiabank.
Come on down at the Red Cross National Fair. Don't you meet me, beat me there. It's a family affair. Oh yes, it's that time again. Go tell your neighbors, tell your friend. As the children play, you can dance the night away. Yes, they got boogaloo, games and junk and so much more. So jump in your car, catch all the fun, enough for everyone. At the Red Cross National Fair. Don't you meet me, beat me there. It's the family affair. Tell Royale at the Red Cross National Fair. Don't you meet me, beat me there.
Samantha's always on point. She doesn't miss a thing. When she signs up for any insurance policy, she reads all the fine print. She knows what's covered, what's not covered, and she's aware of her deductibles. When it comes to insurance, it pays to know your policy. Review every insurance policy so you know what you're covered for. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas.
Ministry of Education and Technical and Vocational Training on Thursday, April 27th, 2023 for the Find Every Child Town Hall meeting. Be fully informed on the ministry's successful initiative designed to ensure no student is unaccounted for. Discover the latest updates on learning loss recovery and much more. This must-see event will broadcast live on ZNS starting at 8 p.m. and streamed live on the ministry's official Facebook page. Be a part of the conversation.
Long Island's better equipped to deal with serious traffic accidents thanks to a life-saving gift from American couple and permanent residents Danny and Yvonne Shelton.
We represent, of course, Three Angels Broadcasting Network. About a year and a half ago, we were on the island, Long Island. We have a home there, and with 379 acres we're in the process of working with your government to develop. But there was an accident, and 3 young men there were killed. And so one of them we knew personally, and so we got to thinking about it. I said, don't they have, the car was really in bad shape, don't they have the jaws of life? They said no, so I talked to our administration, and they said, well, let's just purchase and donate it to the island, to Long Island. And so we're happy to do that. And so these are special because they'll work in ocean, they're battery-powered, saltwater, which most of them aren't. So it took us several months to get the batteries and all made, but it's a privilege to be here and be part of the community.
Accepting the donation, Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis, who acknowledges that part of Long Island's challenge is its lack of resources to respond to such tragedies. Transport Minister, the Honourable JoBeth Colby Davis, agreed.
It's important for us to get the message to our young people to take due care on the road. But when we don't and we have those unfortunate situations, these sort of resources will assist us to save a life. And so thank you so much.
This gift to the people of Long Island is truly timely, needed, and we thank you from the bottom of our heart for what you're doing. And this is why we like people like yourselves who come to the Bahamas, not just to profit, but also to give back.
Well, it's time for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. We're under cloudy skies this evening. Temperature at 80 degrees, the relative humidity 65%. Winds are out of the south-southeast at 9 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,014.0 millibars. That's 29.94 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the family violence this evening, well, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 77 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Greentown, Key and Abaco, Marsh Harbor, Abaco at 78 degrees. The Berry Islands 80, Alistown, Bimini 79, 79 also in Harper Island and Roxanne, Eleuthera. Black Point, Exuma, Camp Space at Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros, all at 80 degrees. Picking up 78s in Otterstown, Calallen, San Salvador, and Rumkey, Georgetown, Exuma, 80 degrees. 79 in Rygat Island, Clarence, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana, 80 degrees. Ackland's 80, Matthewtown, Hidalgo, 81, and the Turks and Caicos Islands, our neighbors to the southeast, also reporting 81 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of F5P, the Tile Cake, and the Paint Center. In the northwest and central islands tonight, right through the middle of the week, those winds, they're going to be southeast at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. High tide, that will occur at 6 minutes past midnight. You can expect your low tide at 6:40 tomorrow morning. Now, for the southeast bombers, also through Wednesday, easterly flow at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. Going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned. Extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you can be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Too tired of hoping the right candidates.
Hey, baby, you back? Man, it's so good to be home. All I do was eat, shop, and party.
Well, I know you left all of your money over there. I hope you left COVID there too. Anyway, you could get your COVID test for free.
COVID test for what?
Yes, there is rapid antigen COVID tests for anyone who travel who wants to get one.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with me. I ain't sick. What I need a COVID test for?
You don't have to have symptoms. We just want to be sure that the only thing you brought back with you is what is inside that suitcase.
You say it free?
You do not even have to make an appointment. And guess what? You have your results back within 15 minutes.
Wait, you say it quick, convenient, and it free? Thanks. Let me go find one of these testing sites.
Message is brought to you by PAHO WHO and the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Almost every journey starts with your car. We spend most of the early stages of our lives anticipating getting our first set of wheels. When that moment finally comes, let AID be there for all your auto needs. Make it yours by accessorizing, maintaining, and repairing your car with AID. Whether you're a professional mechanic, a recent graduate, a full-time mom, or an I can fix that kind of guy, or if you're completely clueless about what your car needs, AID will assist in providing a large variety of auto parts, a diagnostic center, and great customer service. For all life's auto journeys, we're here. AID, all you really need and more.
for hurricane season. We got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to your ZNS Total Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. An eventful weekend over in Georgetown, Exuma, at the 67th National Family Island Regatta. Sailing officially named the national sport of the Bahamas, and several new champions were crowned as well. Let's take a look in this recap. By class, starting out first with the E class, the top three finishers. In third would be Miss Agnes, skippered by Alvington McKenzie. In second would be Papa, skippered by Douglas Saunders. And taking the E class would be Captain Peg, skippered by Josh Green. Over in the C class, in third place would be Sassy Sue, the captain there, Stephen Knowles. In second would be Zena, skippered by David Knowles. The top finisher would be Jeff Gale and It Ain't Right out of Hopetown, Abaco. And finally, in the A class, Stefano Kemp and New Courageous would take the third spot. And second would be the Running Tide, skippered by Stephen Knowles. There certainly will be a party over in Long Island this week as the new legend taking the top spot in the A class, as those Long Island boys continue to prove that they're the ones to beat as far as sailing is concerned.
Here right now, it is simply an awesome, awesome feeling. Not only did we win this one, we're defending our title, and we won that. This is the first time in a long time. So sailing is back. That's a sport. We won it. We're going to road to the 50th. This is a very, very special night for sailing and for Long Islanders and the fans of the legend.
There you go. Long Island next. What are you going to do when you get home?
Long Island, we're going to go there. We're going to have a big celebration. We have a parade. On Long Island, the flags will be blowing, the champagne will be flowing, and they know that, you know what, they have another chance at victory again. Long Island is super strong. We won first in every boat that came from the A-class that came out of Long Island. So Long Island is a force to be recognized with.
And we're less than 80 days away from the 6th edition of the Bahamas Games, the official torch run beginning this weekend over in Exuma, as the initiative is expected to generate some excitement in the lead and build up to the event that is set to feature prominently in the country's Golden Jubilee celebrations.
Commence 75 days before the commencement of the next and 6th annual Bahama Games. So we thought that we'd bring the baton to start its way throughout the Bahamas and every family island by starting right here in Exuma. So Exuma, you are the first to receive the baton of the Bahama Games.
Exuma, 75 days from the commencement of the Bahama Games. And I'm going to declare to say, let the games begin.
Switching gears, the local boxing community mourning the tragic death of one of its future stars. This as 28-year-old Tyrone Oliver was shot and killed this weekend. A tragic and premature ending to the life of one of the country's best young boxing talents. Oliver got his start as a member of the Strikers Boxing Club and was a part of several Bahamas Boxing Federation teams that brought back both belts and medals, most notably for Oliver a bronze at the 2015 Title National Boxing Championships in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Bahamas Boxing Federation President Vincent Strawn reflecting on his legacy.
Tyrone Oliver was an integral part of the senior men's elite boxing team. The Tyrone showed great promise. He was focused on his preparation, and I had no doubt that he would have certainly done well for the Bahamas, including qualifying for the next Olympics 2024 in France.
And the Bahamas continuing to make its mark in the NCAA as far as the javelin is concerned, with Auburn freshman Keyshawn Strawn sitting atop the men's standings. He was joined by fellow Bahamian Rima Ottabor. What a record-setting weekend for the Nebraska Cornhuskers at the Michael Johnson Invitational in Waco, Texas. Ottabor's throw of 59.28 meters would not only be good enough to set a school record, but take the NCAA lead as well. The throw currently stands at number 15 in the world. A Bahamian two-time Olympic swimmer Joanna Evans is appealing a 2-year ban from the sport after a doping panel sanctioned by FINA. Now, World Aquatics made a decision on February 15th of this year to penalize her for 2 years, beginning February 11th, 2022, the day she was notified of a positive test. Evans was tested on December 3rd, 2021 by a World Anti-Doping Agency representative. She's begun the appeal process, challenging the decision through the support of the Bahamas Aquatics Federation. Evans taking to Instagram to air her frustration, saying, with the continued support of the Bahamas Aquatics Federation, her family, her coaches, friends, and community, she's decided to appeal the decision through the Court of Arbitration for the sport. She cannot put into words the distress that this situation has caused. Evans, of course, said this in a statement on Friday. The Grand Bahamian was tested positive for the banned substance cholesterol. She said she came into contact with while she was in Naples, Italy, back in 2021. And that's been a look at your sports on this Monday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
As spring hops along, great savings continue at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Rainbow corned beef, 12-ounce, new low price, $2.39. Ronzoni ready-cut macaroni, 14-ounce, 2 for $3. Luana vegetable oil, 48-ounce, $5.99. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, 99 cents per pound. Fresh tomatoes, $1.69 per pound. Donate your change to help feed your Maine Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Wednesdays just got a whole lot better. Introducing Whopper Wednesdays at Burger King Nassau. Get a flame-grilled Whopper for only $5.50, including VAT. Yes, you heard that right. This Wednesday, you can indulge in the classic flame-grilled Whopper you love, made your way for only $5.50. Stop by your favorite Burger King Nassau location this Wednesday and enjoy a Whopper for only $5.50. Burger King Nassau, where taste is king.
Bahamians are rediscovering Grand Bahama through immersive staycation experiences at Lighthouse Point Grand Lucaya. Pamper yourself at our Senses Spa or savor exotic cocktails by the sea. Unwind and enjoy serenity, 18 holes of golf, fine dining, romance, business conventions and meetings, grand outdoor events. For Bahamas resident rates at Lighthouse Point, call 242-373-1333 or WhatsApp message 827-8195.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
Gents, Mother's Day is coming up, and I'm thinking about upgrading my kids' mother's kitchen.
Man, I thought your children's mother was married to another man. You have to know when to let go. This is powerful. You know what? I'm going to upgrade my wife's kitchen for Mother's Day. I am sure she would love that.
I think so too. Check out Grand Bahamas. They're having a pre-Mother's Day sale, 35% off store-wide starting April 16th through May 16th. The Sandy Port Plaza, Freeport, Albuquerque, and Ilu.
Samantha's always on point. She doesn't miss a thing. When she signs up for any insurance policy, she reads all the fine print. She knows what's covered, what's not covered, and she's aware of her deductibles. When it comes to insurance, it pays to know your policy. Review every insurance policy so you know what you're covered for. This message was brought to you by the Insurance Commission of the Bahamas.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, we have this mid-level trough just ahead of that front boundary, which remains across central Florida. That mid-level trough that will support some showers, particularly over the extreme northwestern parts of our country. That is Abaco, Grand Bahama, and Bimini. We'll see an increase in cloudiness over the capital, and there could be 1 or 2 isolated showers tonight here as well. But some of those showers in the extreme northwest Bahamas could become heavy at times tonight. As far as our forecast is concerned here in the capital, plenty of clouds this evening, turning partly cloudy with a late shower developing. Temperature-wise, we should get down to about 74 degrees. And tomorrow, cloudy once again with thunderstorms. 1 or 2 of those could pop up in the afternoon hours with a high temperature getting up to 83 degrees. And extended weather forecast for the next 7 days. We'll have quite a bit of showers in our forecast tomorrow afternoon. It becomes more isolated on Wednesday through Thursday. Things get a little better on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But come Monday of next week, we'll see a return of those cloudy conditions with scattered showers and thunderstorms working their way back into our forecast. Temperature-wise, mid-80s during the daytime, mid-70s during the nighttime. Makisha.
Well, thanks, Basil. That does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.